Hey guys, it's Derek from Pacific Coast Auto here in Japan, and we're taking a look at a 1989 Nissan Silvia. This one here is a Q's model, so that means a non-turbo with a CA18 twin cam 1.8 liter engine. And so this one was bought from auction for a customer, and well, we got a lot of things to talk about with this one. First off, the engine's not sounding very happy. You can hear that sound. Sounds like something inside the engine is, well, in a place it shouldn't be. If you rev it, the sound will go away, but it'll come back at certain RPMs. Makes it sound like it's an internal engine problem that is serious, so would require a rebuild to fix, is my diagnosis for that. Now keep in mind, I'm not a mechanic. The vehicle has a very unique look, especially with these highly cambered wheels and tires. And then the condition of the vehicle is pretty poor. We knew that getting into it because the auction sheet says that it's poor. We didn't know about the engine doing its thing. It could be something that just came after the auction. That tends to happen from time to time. Or it could have been something that the auction house missed, but I don't really know. It seems like something that an auction house would not miss, especially since a lot of these sheets, especially for a car that looks like this one, will say engine's making strange sounds, yada yada. Okay, so I guess this is a post-purchase inspection for the vehicle. A little bit of forewarning. We had not gotten run over by Hiace, pardon me. We had recommended against buying this car because of the condition, and you'll see when we go over the auction sheet what I mean by that. But to each their own. You can buy a vehicle in poor condition if you want. And then taking a look at the vehicle, it's actually kind of cool in its poor condition. By the sounds of it, it's going to need a turbo engine swap because Silvia Q is already not very powerful. I think this engine will put out about 120 horsepower or something like that, and then you get, out of an SR20, you get 200, so that'd be a nice little upgrade. The car kind of has that charm of a, I don't care about my car, but it's still cool look, and I know it's not going to be something for everybody, but it is something that a lot of people kind of like, and the fact that it's been in Japan doing its thing with the broken wheels like this. I don't know, there's something about it can be a little bit fun for the right person. So you can hear the engine now is not really making that sound. It comes and goes. CA18 engines are normally not that unreliable. I have not had very many problems with them, not more compared to the SR20s. We got a little bit of rust on the struts here. Strut tower bar's been taken off. Adjustable camber plates there. Also, the arms would have been modified in order to fit the tires like that. Silvia is the same, well, similar to a 240SX, except here in Japan you can get them with the turbo. You get them with a notchback. In Canada, the 240s are only hatchbacks, like that one up there. So, kind of interesting for me. We never got these notchbacks, as far as I know. Timing wheel was changed at 91,084 kilometers in 2016, and then the mileage of this is only 91,478. So it is a little bit weird that the engine is not very happy. Gonna lower the hood now. Okay, and it has these hood pins if you want to stick them in. I'm just going to leave them out for the purpose of this video because it takes a while to put them in with one hand. Okay, very unique looking vehicle. It's actually a little bit fun to drive. Might be a little bit sketchy with the wheels like that. I didn't try driving it sketchy style. And the vehicle is super low. It's weird to feel it being down that low below me. Let's go over the auction sheet here. It's a 1989 Silvia 1800cc. They didn't say if it was a Q's or K's. Q's being the non-turbo, K's being the turbo. Auction grade R with an interior grade D. Color changed to blue. They never sold it in this color. And this is the Nissan Calsonic blue, which was on their Calsonic Skyline. 5-speed manual, power steering, power windows. Purchased from user K&N air filter, aftermarket exhaust. Nismo LSD Bilstein shocks, aftermarket over fenders, aftermarket wheels, aftermarket roll cage, and it's only in the rear for the roll cage, aftermarket seat for the driver, aftermarket tail lights, Momo steering wheel, and color change, but only the exterior, hence why you have a black engine base still, and black here inside the doors. Actually, let's take a look at the other side of the doors. So it's one of the most annoying things is when, yeah, they don't paint the inside of the doors. I guess black is better than other colors, like if you had a red inside of the door on a white car or something like that. Okay, condition-wise, all of this is the condition of the car as well as this, and you can see plenty of marks on there for damage on there. So front accident repaired, right front inner panel and left and right front side members bent. Underside has surface rust and corrosion, but due to the height of the vehicle I can't get good shots of the corrosion underneath. The trunk area has rust inside and the liners are all missing. Rear panel underside is bent. Front and rear wheels are different, various aftermarket parts. Rear seat interior liners have parts missing, interior wear and dirty. Driver's seat is ripped. Exterior has paint peeling and paint cracks. Right front fender replaced. Core support, no. Floor side member scratched and dented. Front support, core support dented and replaced. And then looking at the body here, we have a cracked bumper, a large crack. A3 is a big scratch. We have cloudy lens here. I didn't actually notice the cloudy lens. Oh, there it is. There's water inside it. And that's an aftermarket lens. And this is the original headlight. And aftermarket grille and original headlight. That'd be weird to have one original headlight and then one aftermarket. Okay, so paint peeling, paint peeling, paint peeling and paint cracks, paint peeling, cracked both tail lights and cloudy. Paint peeling over here, paint peeling over here. It says C1 on the roof. That's corrosion. There's actually no corrosion on the roof. It's fine, other than the paint being bad. And cracks on the trunk. So the paint cracks are where there is body filler that's been used to repair something and then it has cracked because body filler is not very flexible if you use the wrong kind of stuff, and then you go drifting in your car like this. Okay, so let's do the once around here. And I would like to mention that this is unbelievably cheap compared to your average Silvia. But that said, generally speaking, your average person is going to want one that's in better condition than this. And when the vehicle falls below a certain condition, that ups the chances that that vehicle has been abused in some way or poorly maintained in some way, or banging against the red line all day long, because people usually don't care about cars that they don't have very much investment in. And so if it's a car where they're like, haha, let's go and do our Gymkhana 17 in our S13 because it's in poor condition, who gives a damn about it? They're more likely to do that. And that means that a car like this is more likely to have things like mechanical problems or problems that are missed on the auction sheet. And I think that's what we're seeing here with the engine. I don't think that the engine was making this sound when it was at the auction. It could have been, but it's really a risk that you have to take when you're going for a low-grade car. I mean, it's a risk with every type of car, but when it's a lower grade car, it's a bigger risk. So the vehicle has a very visual appeal. If this were my car, I would kind of want to keep the visuals the same, but then add to it. If you take a look at a styling trend of like sticker bombing cars, or there's an excellent video of like an F or an SA11 RX-7 that had a V8 engine swap, and then like everything was just kind of like custom made, sort of, but like intentionally made bad. I think that can be cool. You can see the paint cracks here, spoiler removal marks here, more paint cracks, and then you'll see a lot of paint cracks in this area here. And C-pillar on the other side, same thing. Paint cracks up here. Okay, this piece looks like it used to be taped on. It's like that now. Go to the interior. Kind of weird that there would be a race car of the CA18 non-turbo version of this car, because it's not really a fast car with this engine. Fun to drive though. Okay, so bucket seat in there. The original seat belt doesn't work anymore because the receiver is gone, but they have this extra belt in here, 1, 2, 3, 4 point harness. Roll cage is in the back. You can see it there. This is the best kind of roll cage if it's a street car because it's not going to hit you in the head and kill you. And dying sucks. Apparently, I've obviously never tried it. Ouch. Okay, there's some rust at the bottom of the door, and you'll see this every once in a while with a car with big side skirts, because the side skirts will come up and wrap around this edge, and then it will close any fender gap that you used to have, and over time will scratch off the paint at the bottom side of the door, and then eventually lead to rust. So be careful with that when you put a side skirt on. Okay, there's the gauges. Okay, that's good. It's kind of funny because that other black 180 that I showed you earlier in the video, that one's going up on the channel too. And I'm always so afraid of buying S13s because most of them are closer to this one than they are of that one. And it's really surprising to see an S13 when it's in good condition. And this might be part of the reason why we don't sell too many of these, is because it is a car that's been around for a very long time and it's been loved by a lot of people for a long time, and because of that it's a good chance it's no longer going to be very original, and most of the time aftermarket modifications don't last as long as the original portions of the car. Okay, the original speakers have all been burnt out of there by the sunlight, and the board is gone as well. Let's open the trunk. Open here and open here, and then the trunk latch has been removed, or it doesn't work. I have a choice comment for this section, but I'm going to leave it out of the video. Okay, trunk, so you can see the rust and the flakies down there. The corners are not that bad. There is some corrosion in here, but it's not as bad as a lot of cars that are this age if they haven't been tended to. A lot of people don't tend to the rust in the trunk. They're like, oh, my trunk's rusty, time to sell my car. And so a car like this, like the S chassis car, people always want them no matter what the condition is. And so whether you part it out or use the chassis for an engine swap or drive around and have fun with it, there's still a lot of use that you can get out of an S13 no matter what the condition is. Okay, so there is the S13 zero cares given car. And it's cool, but could be in better condition. Okay, hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.